This is a content warning. All episodes of Mysteries Unknown may include foul language, fantasy violence, blood and gore, and worst thing of all, sexual content. Listener discretion is advised.
I'll just say at this point, yeah, you just boom, and you just hear the guy leave, his eyes unglass, and then the guy just unconscious.
And then I kind of go like, whew, okay, so Marcus, meet Adam. Adam, this is Marcus.
I know it.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Wait, how would Marcus know Adam?
He's part of
He's
the
the part of the school. Yeah.
More than likely, if he's because he's the captain, right? If he's the captain, he's definitely had to talk to him about a budget or a uniforms or something.
Well, I think it's more so like Marcus would have talked to the coach. He probably heard of Adam, but he probably never met him in person. I don't know.
You never met him personally.
Yeah, you're not in that circle, right? But you probably talked to the coach. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is your first time.
To kind of know players and their sizes and things.
And you see them around school. You're still a student, right? You've probably had.
I've seen him at least once or twice.
This is probably your first time being within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is probably this is first time actually being this close to him, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, Marcus, meet Adam. Adam, meet Marcus.
Adam's head's just hanging there limply as he's still just one arm to just an arm just roped to the bathroom sink.
Cody's hands just on her chest, she's just
Marcus
is used to working out, so he's used to being kind of winded, but he's
Alright, first of all, I take offense. So is Cody, but damn, that was a lot. Okay.
And then
I came through a window and a mirror and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, Marcus actually got it pretty easy.
She's also not a bottom of the pyramid girl, but still, come on.
I kind of look around and I'm just like, wait, what's? Oh, right. And I sort of turn off the ability. I raise put the.
You return the back to normal.
The pressure level back to normal. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll say, as everyone's trying to catch their breath, Aidan and Marcus, you all notice the cuts on. I'd say they're on her arms, maybe a couple on her legs, as from her failed jump through the mirror.
She is completely unfazed. They're there, just she hasn't paid no attention to them.
Did you explode the mirror?
Did I what? And she looks up behind her and then looks at herself and goes, "That happens sometimes."
And I kind of go I point to make this I'm assuming it's a couple on your leg, some on your arms. I'm just you're kind of bleeding.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. She's kind of just gonna stand up.
I just in there bug eye, just what do you mean sometimes?
I just completely remembered that you all are in your rave outfits still.
Oh, God,
so
no, her panda outfit is gently covered in blood now.
Yeah, her panda leotard that she decided to wear.
Little blood stains, just small ones.
I hand her some of the paper towel from the bathroom so that she could dab up what she could.
Yeah, she'll take some time to clean herself up in the sink. Yeah, it's fine.
And I kind of go okay, so as Adam is just laying there, I'm just he kind of where did he come from? You know what I mean? He kind of just came in here and started choking me out as I was washing my hands. So what's going on?
Sounds like he was trying to enjoy a party. What do you mean?
At my expense, I'm not too fond of that, but okay, I'll allow it.
Not only that, but Mia, she her eyes glassed over or something, and then this, I don't know if any of you heard, but this really loud screech, reverb came through the speakers. So
did hear that. That's when I kind of left.
I was too busy dying. Sorry, guys. And I'm actually going to see, like, is there anything different about Adam? Like, now I can get like a good look at him. Like, what is he wearing?
Roll investigation.
All right.
And this will also possibly reveal some other things as well when doing this.
Cool. All right. Now.
And before he gets his third snake eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I actually have nothing for investigation. Like, literally nothing. I'm looking at like my top of the food chain, like the tea, gossip, get special treatment, kings. So like, there's nothing. So I'm just gonna do a flat roll.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to roll my physical dice here. A 2, and
Is it a 1?
it's a 1.
I think that dice needs to go to jail.
Wow.
Are you just using one dice for 2d6 instead of rolling 2d6 dice?
Yeah, I don't have 2. I have like one set with all of the other,
Oh,
like
you
a
have on the
D2.
dice set, so you have like a D3, a D6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm just rolling the D6 twice, essentially.
All right, hang on. I'm about to fix this here to where everyone should be able to now, because for some reason it's something that weird where after I like add the permissions for y'all to it, it should start working now. I don't know why
Okay,
it
let me
was
try
doing
it
that.
in here.
Hold on, I have it. Okay, now you're in there, Aidan, so it should work now. So
Wait, did Aidan just be the only one who didn't have permission to roll?
no. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
the thing. So the bot is set up to where everyone's supposed to roll, but every now and then it does this weird glitch to where I have to give like on top of everyone extra permissions for the people in the chat to use it.
Got you. Okay,
So-
that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't, but it does.
It really doesn't. There it
Oh,
goes.
there we go.
Hey, look at you succeeded.
And
I'm
going.
And I'm going to allow this one because I don't think I can handle another Aidan failure again at this point.
Thank God. Okay.
While he does that, can I do a quick flat roll to try and get rid of my little 1 status of being all cut up by taking care of myself?
Sure.
Okay. It's really only my confidence anyway, so it doesn't
You
really
have a
apply to
one
keeping
status,
myself
so so even if you get mixed success, I'll say like your body starts healing up a little bit.
up. It's a
Nope.
6, so no,
It's a slow process.
it is. It's fine.
So
And the blood is starting to
I'll deal with it
coagulate.
so Aidan's now crying tears of joy from
Yeah.
his first
I'm so
success.
happy.
So okay, so you because it's a flat roll, 2 clues I'll allow because it was a high success.
Okay, so 2 clues. Yeah, so I guess my first question is, are his clothes any different to what he usually wears, right? Because like I'm pretty sure I've seen Adam before. Like, is his attire different? Like I'm applying the knowledge of people who disappear and reappear in the infection gang. Like they sort of change their persona, start wearing different clothes. You know what I mean? Like, is he dressed differently than he usually is?
So no, he was still in his. Most of the jocks that showed up at this Devil Rave party
Mhm.
were still showed up in like their Letterman jackets. Some of them like in their sports attire. So he's basically like in like I'd say like sweatpants, his jersey, and his Letterman jacket is what Adam is wearing currently.
Yeah, like athleisure. Okay,
Does
cool.
no one know athleisure? Does no one know how to dress for raves anymore? Swear to God. Just
Like,
Cody like nudging
It's a
him with her
bunch of
foot.
jocks. It's a bunch of jocks. Like, yeah, they're gonna be in athleisure all the time.
I've never heard of that phrase, hence me laughing at it.
Yeah. Okay, so clearly this isn't like so in character I'll be like, okay, so he's not wearing anything different, so I don't think this has to do with like the infection gang. And out of character, I'm going to ask you, the DM, does this have anything to do with like Mia's sort of flip out? Like, was he under like her control at all?
I would say it wasn't that one was controlling the other. It was both were under control of something, but was not one controlling the other. But I'm not sure how much of the connection you would make in that regard as Aidan.
Okay.
So-
Okay. So he was being controlled by something, obviously, but it didn't have anything to do with Mia. Okay. because that's what I was thinking. I was just like, oh, Mia could like control people through the sound of the speakers, but like it's not that. So
Quick
Mia
question.
Yeah.
Are you where's Aidan right now? Is he like bent down in front of Adam?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, crouching, doing the, like, investigating his clothes kind of thing,
Do you see something sticking out of his Letterman jacket pocket?
I reach in and I take it out, see what it is.
It's one of those like coffee cards where it's like buy 10, get the next one free kind of deal for the local $1 coffee chain in the city.
$1 coffee.
Score.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a VIP card.
Nice. So it's like a rewards card essentially.
Yes. Do you share that with everyone else?
Yeah. I sort of take it out and I go like, well, he sure loves his coffee apparently, and I like hand it to Marcus. I'm like, does this look familiar at all?
Would Marcus know $1 coffee?
I don't know.
So $1 coffee is like the popular coffee chain in the city. It's the one that like a lot of people go to. It's basically like the $1 shell with like the rays of the sun coming off of it for their logo.
Mm-hmm.
And in case no one's realized by now, this is the parody of Starbucks.
Yeah, if you mention the name out loud, because obviously Cody's not looking at you guys, but if you mention the name out loud, she'll say, "Oh yeah, no, I go there."
Yeah, so I kind of
Everybody
read
does.
it out. I read it out. I'm just like, $1 coffee, and I hand it to Marcus.
Yeah, everybody goes to that chain as she's like, patting her arms and stuff.
Out of the three of you, which one would know more about the school gossip?
I feel like Codi would.
Cody.
All right, I want Cody to roll this.
Wait, no, wait. I do.
No,
because I
it
literally
depends
have a
on
tag.
it depends on from what side. If it's the sports, I can see, Aidan knowing pretty much everything. And it would depend on what type of gossip it is.
Just in general, gossip that's been going around the school from anyone, basically.
Well, I've been in the school longer since I'm.
Yeah, it would be him, because I would have what's worth being gossip worthy, and if it's all general gossip, it would probably be him.
Yeah, like I know more of the people in the school.
Gossip girls only talk about the tea.
Yeah.
So I'll say, Cody, you probably heard this in passing. Aidan, you heard this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know that some of the Infection Club people were like meeting at the $1 coffee shop.
Yeah, I'll even say like some of the guys before I went to the bathroom were talking about like, oh yeah, like I've seen a couple of them over at the $1. They're just like a bunch of weirdos kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, interesting, okay. And I kind of go like, yeah, no, apparently, oh right, yeah, like just some of the weirdo infectious clique, they meet up at that spot. But like, why would I mean, Adam be there? I mean, I guess he just likes coffee, but I don't know.
Like I said, everyone goes there, so.
While they're discussing this, Marcus is gonna like just crack the bathroom door and peek and see like what the hell is going on outside.
True. Yes, there was a whole scene before all of that, so we should...
Roll investigation for me, Marcus.
Your investigation is going to depend what I do next, so have fun.
There is Well, here. Okay, question. I'm trying to crack the door, so with sleight of hand count here.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Like I said, I would just be 2d6 plus 1 because everything else ain't gonna cut it.
All right, and you should be able to use the dice roll bot now. So
no, it's him who's the only one who can't use it.
Oof.
Yes. Now it's my time to shine.
Just accidentally trips.
Great. Hunter touches the dice, and now it's reversed.
I'll say, you don't see anything specific. You just happen to catch like someone with long black hair just rapidly leaving, and that's all.
Upon saying that, he's like, "We need to go now," and Marcus is gonna like start pursuing that person.
As soon as all three of you step out, the power is shut off the entire house, and outside you just hear woo woo.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Well, then we're not completely leaving. Cody's gonna tug them backwards and go mirrors.
It's like, and you just hear like the jocks go scatter, and everyone just runs. And I'm not even good. So wait, Cody is pulling the other two into the Mirrorverse with her to get out of there.
She's gonna try.
not even gonna make you roll for it. You just run back into the bathroom and
The
pull
last
other two
remaining mirror.
the last remaining mirror. And I'll just say, for good measures, like it doesn't do anything, but you just make sure it shatters behind you as well, so no one notices anything.
Leave it on the trace.
Hi, Marcus. Welcome to your first time in the void. Because they cut the power, which means any reflective surface around the rave building is black. So we're talking it is void right now.
Is it always like this in here?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you taking him to?
Damn, girl, you
the
live
mirror
like
in
this?
the back of my car. So we're gonna go walk toward my car, which has the little like bedroom mirror she's propped up in the trunk of it.
Oh, you parked your car like what, several blocks away?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going through a stroll in the void. It's fine.
So I'll just say just for fun, you're able to use your car keys to hit the mirror to open up the trunk.
Yeah, there you go.
Just because it's like technically it's in range of the car.
Pretty
So
much, yeah.
so the signal goes in the mirror, the trunk opens up, and you all three just whoosh pop back out. You pop out from the mirror in the trunk right in front of the car, or the front and the back of the car.
Yeah.
So it's like whoosh.
Just turn, shut the trunk before anything could, happen. You see, like, the mirror probably looks like it's been cleaned numerous times. Like, the edges of it probably still have little stains. It's not pretty.
And as you all get into
creepy.
I would say as you all getting back into Cody's car, you see like a large amount of like cop cars and like 2 paddy wagon vehicles, like just surrounding the warehouse, surrounding the abandoned factory.
Get in the car. The void is fine. The void likes you.
Anything kind of goes like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that.
Sorry.
You've been in there before?
Yep, unfortunately.
Oh, you say
God.
that like it's the worst experience in the world.
It's not terrible.
You take tests in biology, right? The void's fine.
That is true. I do have to agree with that. Biology is terrible.
Or just sits down in the backseat. He just sits down.
So yeah, I'll just say, Cody, you don't even hesitate. You start the car, y'all start driving away.
Yeah,
So
no,
what do
that
y'all-
was like a Sunday stroll for her. She's just like, everybody in the car, let's go.
What y'all do? What's the game plan now?
What time is it? In game.
It's probably late.
Very late, I would say, at this point in time.
I mean, we're still high school kids, so it's like, we probably gotta get home.
Yeah.
Well, I think we said it was a Friday night when this party happened, so it's
It
gonna
is.
be.
That's
Yeah,
a
so-
yeah, we're still high school kids.
I think only Marcus's parent is going to be like, where the hell were you? You don't normally do things like this.
That's a good
Yeah.
question. Did Marcus tell his parents where he was going?
He did, and they were kind of surprised by it.
You got invited places?
Yeah, no, like, I don't know. Does Marcus still live with his parents?
That's
High
actually
schoolers.
that's actually something I want to establish really quick. What is everyone's living situation like? Are they living with both parents, one parent? What's the story we're going to use for our characters here?
Good question. I know that Aidan has he's one of those kids that like has his own place, you know what I mean? He moved out of his parents' house like as soon as he turned 18, kind of thing. And yeah, he's kind of like going off of his does he have a scholarship already? You can get a scholarship in high school.
You get a scholarship before
You
you
can
go
get
to
you can get a scholarship before you're even in high school. You can be attending college from freshman year of high school if you want. It
Okay.
depends on what you're going for.
So yeah, like he's kind of like he has a good relationship with his parents, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of just like in that phase where he's like starting his own life, you know what I mean? He's like middle class reasonably, you know. It's not like a lavish place. It's kind of just like a 1-bedroom apartment. Pretty close to the school. So like he's kind of like on his own time, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to really like answer to his parents per se. Kind of just updates them on like his scholarship status, you know, seeing if he could, or you know, if he's making it into the college teams and whatnot. They're pretty supportive of him, but like, yeah, he doesn't really have a curfew, so I guess he's good in this situation.
All right. And I honestly imagine for Cody, like I would imagine, like she lives just like within her dad's home. Does not necessarily. I wouldn't say she considers living with him, but I would assume like mom walked out like some years ago.
Mom was gone a long time ago. She does live in her father's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
However, she definitely probably was tended to by a nanny up until she was able to kind of handle her own. So she probably just kind of exists in the house with him. So he probably doesn't even know if she's there or not. His probably only cares that she actually attends school, because that would reflect on him badly if she didn't.
That makes sense. And then Marcus.
Oh, Marcus is a junior in high school, so he's definitely still living with his parents. And he has both parents. One works overnight as a nurse, and the other works in the day as a social worker. So like they're both almost never at home. And
God, you come from a healthy family. What tabletop player are you?
Yeah.
To ask who's the nurse and who's the social worker.
Mom's nurse, dad social worker.
Okay, because honestly, because I know a social worker, at least in real life, is usually also a female-dominated kind of thing as well. So I thought, like, oh, we got lesbian parents going on. That'd be interesting too.
No, please.
But hey, it's your story. It's your character's story. So I'm fine with whatever you want to do with it. So I was just wondering about that. So.
Yeah, he's dad's a social worker, mom's a nurse. One works in the day, one works overnight. So both parents are never really truly at home. And honestly, because Marcus is such a good kid, they kind of let him do what he wants, but they do kind of demand, like, hey, we need to know where you are as your parents. It's kind of our job to like make sure you're not, dead in a ditch somewhere.
Like you have more freedom because you're so well behaved.
Yeah.
Mysteries Unknown will return after this message.
Crime in this city is tough. As a top detective in the precinct, I have to be even tougher and rougher on the scum of the city. Which is why there's no better coffee I trust to keep me on my toes than a nice hot cup of homebrew coffee. On a normal day on the job, a cup of the good old Sacred Flame Roast with its blend of dark chocolate and fruit makes it not just flavorful, but keeps my nose from the curve as well. And for those long nights of paperwork and clue finding, just a single cup of one-shot espresso is all I need to get my grind in the gear and get going. So, whether you're hunting down the bad guys or just crunching numbers at the office, get yourself a nice batch of homebrew coffee. When the going gets tough, homebrew makes you tougher. Visit www.thehomebrewcoffeehouse.com for your made-to-order fresh roasted coffee today.
And now, back to Mysteries Unknown.
All right,
So basically, we could go wherever, it seems like, as long as it's not Marcus's house. Because I think it would be weird for his parents to have 3 children
Also,
just there.
yeah, is everyone going to like one
Marcus
place, or is
would have
everyone?
definitely invited you to his house at some point. I think you're probably the only 2 people who's actually shown up to
Alright,
Marcus' house.
let me rephrase. Do we go to Marcus's house, potentially pass out there because it's really late at night, and we're probably going to arrive at your home at maybe the 3 a.m. mark?
I'd say a little earlier than that. I'd say like 1 or 2. I wouldn't
Okay.
say 3.
We can kind of
Past midnight.
reconvene at my place because, like, it's my place, right? It's like my own spot.
Could do that, or like I said, the mansions. It's really whatever you want to do.
We're scared of your dad, so like.
Afraid of him.
Because you are doesn't mean the mansion's not available.
Yeah, I would say
Afraid of him.
I would say whenever she's home, either her dad's probably like either in the office or out of the house. So it would just be like a few maids and maybe the butler would probably be the only people there. And they're like, because they technically work for Cody's family, they just have to do what she says, basically.
And the mansion, I'm assuming, is big enough that there's like.
Oh, there's space.
Yeah, there's space.
There's plenty
where,
of
like,
space.
Okay, yeah, we should probably go there because my place is small and can probably only fit like 2 people. So.
We probably have rooms in the mansion that haven't even been touched. Like
I feel like Aiden's got like a studio apartment for his like first
definitely.
I can
place.
see that.
Everything's kind of just right in that little square area.
Yeah, definitely that. That's the situation he's living in.
Yeah, so we're heading to Cody's place then to crash.
All right, so yeah, y'all just drive over to Cody's place, and I guess there's like a huge garage that with all the cars you just park in. I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's probably a large garage.
I'm literally thinking like Wayne Manor is what Cody's house looks like. There's like a huge
Actually pretty modest.
there's like a huge underground garage that she just pulls into, and there's like all these cars from like all the different time areas that have been like remodeled or remade that you all see.
Hers is just like parked off to the side. Like it's the only one that has its own little section over there.
Yeah, and so you just kind of walk through, and there's like a little elevator that takes you all upstairs, and then when the door opens, like I said, Wayne Manor, and the butler's just standing there like, "Good evening, Miss Codi, and I see you brought friends."
Something like that. And obviously the little...
Oh, okay.
There'd probably be that front area that's on the other side of the image, maybe, or something, where you drive into to... Like, drive down a ramp into the garage or whatever. But yeah, something like that.
And is this the first time that we've been to your place?
Probably.
Okay, so Aidan kind of goes like,
"Oh, this place has like a lake in the back. How pretty." Sorry.
I'm like, Codi, dude, do you have like a butler?
Just imagine Marcus is like just running around touching everything.
Oh no, Marcus is restrained. The second he got off as on a butler, though, he would be kind of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like, "Yo, what up, Jeeves?"
What up, Jeeves?
I mean, it's just Jason, and then that's Teresa, and she like gestures to one of the maids who's probably like just, straightening up or whatever. And then Alice is usually in the morning making food. So like not really butler, they're just there. They work here.
Oh, okay.
But you have like live-in help. You have live-in help.
And I kind of like nod and like do a little hand wave and be like,
I just have this horrible story for like like Cody's dad.
I can't help but that her response to Marcus would be, "I mean, my mom's not going to do it."
I just imagine Cody's dad purposely hires like young ladies to be the maids of the house.
Sure, absolutely.
It's like everyone knows like there's stuff that he's doing with them, so I just feel like that's happening behind the scenes.
This is just the first time the boys have been able to see it. But yeah, she would have turned Marcus and been like, "It's not like my mom's going to do it."
And then Aidan kind of is just like, "Wait, why?"
My mom left my dad like before I was 10.
I was waiting for someone to ask, "Wait, where's your mom at?"
Yeah,
I was waiting for that question.
My mom left my dad at like before I was 10. I was raised by a nanny.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Why are you two looking at me like that?
Nothing. I have no reason. No.
Puzzle pieces falling into place.
Gwent. Just, she's looking completely suspicious at both of them. Like, what?
It's like it all makes sense now.
Like Marcus said, puzzle pieces are clicking into place.
You two are acting weird. My room's this way.
All right.
And she'll open one of the rooms across the hall from her room.
And what does Cody's room look like?
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find something.
In my head, just knowing Cody's personality, I'm just imagining the room from Mean Girls.
Not quite.
Maybe not as pink.
No, not that pink. Pink's actually not really her favorite color either. Actually, you know what? Because this is exactly what she'd like, and it will probably fucking... This is just funny to me. Because this is the type of shit that she'd be into anyway.
You have to explain it for the listeners.
I'm trying to grab my picture. Yeah. I'm a very visual person when it comes to like setting scenes and stuff.
We can see it.
I eat images all the time. Yeah, I'm sorry, listeners. Basically, what the boys are coming into is a rather gothic bedroom, both gothic in colors and also gothic in like the sense of the aesthetic, like the art style.
Dare I say,
still Wayne Manor.
I
a little bit more modern, but yeah, pretty much
modern gothic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
talking like subtle gothy.
I didn't picture you as a goth.
I'm not.
We're talking about like modern Wednesday Addams, right?
And then he upon saying you're not, he gestures to like the room, and he's like, "Real."
So here's this very colorful person, and you step inside the room, completely black everything.
Black, purples, blues, very Royal Richie colors, yes. And against one wall is a very large, like nearly floor-to-ceiling antique mirror.
I feel like her dad would have purposely like blown up like a picture of her in her cheerleading uniform just on purpose to have in there. So there's like
It's
a large
probably
picture.
covered.
Oh, she's got like one of those
Probably
giant, big ass like
covered.
Napoleon paintings of herself. Jesus,
It is probably covered if that was a thing. She'd only uncover it if he was coming into the room, but it is probably covered.
I was thinking a giant tarp. He's like, "What's that?"
No,
Nothing.
no, it's like
black sheet.
I was gonna say it's like one of those things where it's like the picture frames that have the curtains on the side of them. The curtains are just closed.
There you go. That works. Yeah, that works.
And I walk in.
That he wants to see what's on that.
Yeah, you just pull it back, and it's like blown up, one of those cheerleading photo pictures, but it's in blown up, and it's of Codi in her cheerleading outfit, doing like maybe doing like whatever they're like whatever cheerleading pose that she's probably doing in it.
It's like a Lego.
Probably.
It's just like, oh god, I'm assuming this is.
Stop that! Just like cover it back up.
Sorry. I'm assuming that one you're doing.
No, why would it have been?
I don't know. I just figured I'd ask.
At least it's not the one where she's flashing the camera and it's got the go to hell on the underneath part of it.
Yeah, Dad didn't pick a booty pic. Just
God, that's creepy.
Yeah,
this is
that
probably
seems like
against
really
one of the
creepy.
walls.
Dad seems a little creepy, not gonna lie. But yeah, like Aidan walks in, I'm just like, oh, this is an alarming amount of black in here.
What I'm hearing is two very judgmental friends of mine.
No, I mean
Judgment, just surprised.
it's lovely. It's very very grim. Grim. Yes, grim is the word.
Yes, the girl who leaves behind blood, definitely normal. Hmm.
I mean, to be fair, my sword eats flesh, so.
You're right, you've got me there. And she
My-
kind of like makes a face like, ew.
So wait, are you all crashing in this room, or is
No,
everyone
she-
getting
she
their own room?
opened the door across the hall for the two of them. They followed her in there, apparently.
Yeah, we were just curious.
They
We're
were
just
being
curious.
creepy.
No, we're just like, oh, what does Cody's room look like?
They were
I thought
being
you were-
creepy and nosy.
I just had the wholesome picture of everyone just. I just had the wholesome picture of everyone just cuddling on the bed together, just falling asleep.
Absolutely not.
No, she'd given them a room that they could go sleep in, but apparently they wanted to know what hers looked like.
Well, I thought you were giving us the tour. Like,
No, that would take forever. It's a mansion.
True. So
All
I'm
right,
just
well-
kind of gonna go like, okay, well, I'm gonna go crash. I'm tired. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Same. And they'll actually leave this time.
Wait, so do
Yeah.
Marcus and Aidan have to share a room, or do they each get their
Oh
own
no,
room?
it's just she opened the door across the way. It was like, here's a room. There's like probably maybe 6 or 7 per hall. I'm
so it's like
actually
open-
like again like Wayne Mariner. There's multiple rooms per hall.
Oh,
Like,
it's just
pick
a
one.
hallway. It's all bedrooms.
Pick one. Hers is probably the only like door that doesn't look exactly the same as the others because it's her room specifically. But like, there's numerous rooms on the floor.
Marcus would just get to like the first door and just kind of swing it open. Just he would start taking all his gear off and crash.
They look completely untouched, essentially.
So I'm going to have the pleasure of taking these two rooms for Marcus and Aidan to say what there's in them. So I'm going to say Marcus to kind of fit with your theme of your mythos. You go into this one room and there's just like Japanese lore all over the place. There's some katanas on the wall. There's like a huge display of like samurai armor in like one corner. There's like a bookshelf full of like just Japanese literature and history.
Big ass wall scroll.
Big ass wall scroll, yeah.
He's
Cliche
like,
fan across over the bed.
huh.
And then Aidan, you open the door to your room, and it's just like very oceanic theme. That's like the wallpaper's like much like the ocean. There's like pictures and paintings of boats. There's some books about like Nautica and all that.
Kind of go like, what a coincidence. Interesting.
And in the corner, there's a single small image of Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's a single image. It's like, huh. Or like, there's a lot of Lovecraft
Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft
books.
books.
Yeah, a lot of H.P. Lovecraft books.
Aidan's gonna hug Cthulhu good.
And I kind of just like, I kind of walk in the room, I look around, and I kind of just like crash. I probably still have like my shoes on or whatever, and I'm just so tired. I just like fall back into the bed and like instantly go to sleep.
That he just falls off a little Marcus. He like takes all his stuff off. He's down to like just a t-shirt and like his like pants. Meanwhile, Aiden's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I just like fall back, my legs like dangling off the side of the bed. It's just so tall. Yeah, and we kind of just like, I crashed for the night.
The same. Marcus will bed down at that point.
Yeah, Cody's just gonna take the time to finish like making sure her stuff's okay and she doesn't get like an infection or some shit and put on pajamas.
All right. As the three of you sleep, you all enter various different dreams. Let's start with Cody.
Oh boy.
You're back in the Mirrorverse. The mirrors all around you. But instead of seeing places and people, you see past images of your life. As the mirrors kind of just scroll on by, like the moment when you were born, as you grew up, you basically are just seeing your life throughout all these mirrors. And you stop at the one stops in front of you, and it's the day your mom left.
Oof.
Big oof.
What kind of goes through your head as you watch this, as this scene plays out?
Probably sad. It's probably not the first time she's thought about this type of stuff. It's definitely like through the eyes of a little kid, just like your parents yelling, and kind of your classic, there's no full words for her, just sounds overlapping one another, mounting. There's probably target words like, cheating and you started it, that type of deal. There's a lot of blame that goes back and forth before mom basically just kind of leaves. She slams the door, car engine roaring off after the sound of the garage door shutting. They've been in the same house the whole time, so it's probably just like this ghost of an image inside of a room that's still there.
I would have imagined like you would have been like, at however old you were at the time, I could see like you would have been like peeking through like the staircase bars, just watching the scene play out as like your mom and dad were arguing with each other.
Probably like 6-year-old.
Yeah, so you're actually watching this all happen.
Mm-hmm.
And did she ever think it was her fault?
Probably. Every kid does. Especially when you didn't really have much like support at the time. Because of course even during mom, she probably still had the nanny, but like even afterwards, a nanny sitting there saying like, no, it's fine, it wasn't your fault. Well, then why doesn't dad talk to me? He's just busy. Like, it's kind of been in the back of her head. She's never had justice or solution in any of it, so it's definitely still kind of haunting.
All right. So it continues from there, just kind of replaying your life up until the moment. It's just that's all the dream is. It's just going through your life over and over and over again, nonstop, as it just repeats.
Yay, trauma.
Yeah, I was about to say trauma. Jesus.
I mean, she's always had it. It's just like, well.
Real sad girl hours.
Yeah, sad girl hours.
You get an attention on your mobility thing.
Sweet.
Marcus.
Yeah, shit.
You're not in your bed. You're standing in the middle of a battlefield, clad in samurai armor, holding Muramasa in your hand as it drips with blood, and there's just a pile of bodies all around you. And the voice just kind of speaks to you, and you hear it coming from the sword. Why must you deny me my hunger?
He would just kind of continue to stare at it and just, he's looking at the bodies around him. He's like, there's like a moment in his head and he's thinking like, wait, did I do all this?
So you recognize the armor as the armor of Yoshimitsu. So even though the body is yours, the armor is of your mythos. And it's like, the longer you deny it, the more I can cause. And you see as all the bodies turn into just two bodies, and it's the bodies of Codi and Aidan now at your feet, cut up and bloodied.
Oh no, upon saying that, he would embrace him just like Yoshimitsu. Quiet yourself.
And I'd say at that point you just wake up like a cold sweat running down your face at what you just witnessed.
He would, because he'd probably prop the two swords up in the corner, so there's the wooden one and Muramasa like right next to it. He would just kind of stare at it.
You getting attention on the Muramasa theme.
Hey.
And Aidan, you are floating in the ocean depths. You can breathe. You're not losing air. But you see the stuff come all around you. You feel the weight as it's on you, but it's not like hurting you.
I kind of just sort of like, for the moment, I kind of just sort of laid there and I kind of like bask in it kind of thing.
So you look down and it is complete pitch blackness. Like you can't see anything below your feet. Suddenly, a pair of yellow eyes open up, and you feel as several tentacles shoot up and wrap around your body and start to pull you down into the blackness.
And I try to fight it. I'll say that I'll try to fight it, but like it's too, like it overpowers me kind of thing, right? And I sort of like relinquish the will to fight as it sort of just like pulls me down.
And you just hear a voice like speak into your head. Give in to the blackness. Give in to it. And you also wake up with a cold sweat.
What was that?
And you noticed the Cthulhu picture that you noticed earlier that night had somehow was falling and now on the floor.
And I sort of get out of bed, and I go over to the painting and I like sort of set it up. And is there anything different about it?
It looks very similar, but you take note of the yellow eyes peering back at you from the painting.
Were those always there? Did the painting have yellow eyes before I went to sleep?
Not that you can recall.
Okay.
And you get it.
Yeah, I kind of just like, shake it off. I kind of like just chuckle to myself and like, all right, no more alcohol, okay?
Choking, tentacles. I don't know which one of us is getting the better gameplay here.
Yeah, right.
And you get an attention on your Weight of the Abyss theme. End of part 2. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mysteries Unknown podcast. The background music you hear is from the official City of Mist soundtracks made by Son of Oak Studios. The content warning at the beginning was done by Ryan Bravo of Odd Loot. Any other characters and content mentioned on here belong to the rightful creators and owners. My name is Hunter the MC, and join me next time as we investigate the City of Mist.